Hey guys, it's Kieran here, KTV here, and today we are having a look at this Sony DAB Hi-Fi system. It is the Hi-Fi component system, model CMT BX770DBI. Right, so I got this thing at a second-hand shop for about 28 quid. Reason being, it had faults. The first case scenario of it is when you plug it into the socket, it does work. See, it starts up just fine. However, yes, it will work, the tray will open, it will do its job. That isn't the point I made. We should get that CD out, so I'm going to open it. Okay, so the Hi-Fi works, however, turn to the back and you notice the cooling fan. Does that look like it's spinning to you? No, it doesn't, because it isn't. So I'm going to open it up. Fine, I haven't got a new fan to hand. I'm going to open it up and give it a clean up, then take the old fan out so that I can look on Switch Electronics and see how much it'd be for a new fan that is suitable for this. I know it's a 12 volt DC brushless, however it needs to be like size wise. Okay, so let's open it up and have a look. First we need to isolate power, just to be on the safe side. Power's isolated, now let's have a look. This was real cute as I'm trying this. Put a little guard around it that goes in and you screw it at the bottom. And find out there's two more screws in there on both sides. And then this top should come off, then hopefully we'll be in. Let's do that next. Okay, so I currently have the system open and plugged in. There's the culprit over there. I'm going to have to get that out and find where that connects in the motherboard. And yeah, first off, this needs a clean in here. This is absolutely grim. There is dust everywhere, especially on this power supply. All the heated areas are dusty. That fan, I might be able to get it working again. So get out there and have a look. There's a Sony component there. Okay, let's get out. Okay, so I have the component out. That's faulty. It's at the back, and obviously I'll clean some of the dust up. Do it further, but yeah. How am I going to test it, you may wonder? This is where the power supply comes in. So I have an old adapter, output 12 volts. I plug it in and I will touch these wires. I'll have to cut them and solder them back. However, I will touch these wires onto the fan, and if the fan starts spinning, then it's not burned out, then it's something else. And if the fan does spin, then if the fan doesn't spin, then it's burned out. Okay, so let's get a look at it first. Okay, so I've plugged the fan into the power supply and it does still work. So it's something to do with the motherboard on here. I'm going to do a simple test. I'm going to get the voltage from here. I'm going to plug it in and I'm going to test this on my multimeter to see if there's actually 12 volts at the point. If not, I'm not going to diagnose this motherboard. I'm going to do it the lazy way. In fact, probably the more customised way, probably the better way. I'm going to get the fan. I'm going to get a power switch if I have one. I'll have to have a look round. If not, I'm going to make a small hole in the back of this. I'm going to remount the fan like it's mounted, and I'm going to have it on this plug. Yes, the stereo will have two plugs, but it's behind here, so I'll be on an extension lead. When I feel the stereos get too hot, I will plug this device in, and the fan will shoot up without no control of this, so you know, the fan will shoot up on it. The fan, on the other hand, is a TNT 12 volts DC, quality and performance. So yeah, that's what it's going to have to do. It's going to have to blow it out, keep it cool, and yeah, I'm going to test this first. Okay, so what I'm about to do, you can see the screen on the tester here, and I've got the plug for the stereo. I'm going to plug it into the power supply, into the mains. I'm going to turn the stereo on. So now the stereo is on, and I'm going to test the voltage on this side. So now the stereo is running like normal, and we have no voltage over here. So it's actually a breakage in the, there's a breakage on this motherboard somewhere. So I'm going to remove this connector, the stereo won't see any difference, and I'm going to do what I said in that previous video to it, so in that way it can cool down and work when it needs to. Okay, so while the solder iron's heating itself up, I'll take the opportunity to get the back fan cover and clear out all that dust. It could have needed that, but it did need it, let's be honest. Okay, so we clear this up, and the fan sits in there like so. Clean up the heat sinks, so I've taken out all the components because there was a component for the FM transmitter. And don't worry guys, the power supply is off. So it's all absolutely fine. Clean out the back, all the heat sinks, the disk drive mechanism. Just make sure that it's in overall better condition than it was before I touched it. Because before it was pretty grim in there. Okay. Yep. Nicely done. It has a cooling fan to it, so yeah, we have the power supply coming in through here. But the power supply part is completely, power supply just simply slides its way in through there. This gives the part all free to us. Okay, that metal there probably shouldn't be loose, so maybe a little bit of glue will help that. Okay, so when we start looking at the fan, you can see that it sits in here like so, and as it's not using the required component anymore, it's going a completely different way. So logo and information was outwards, and yeah, just got to screw it back together now. Okay, so here we are. I've tied a small knot in the AC adapter cable to prevent strain relief, and now I've just got to solder these wires up to their corresponding holes. The fan's all mounted in there. Just got to solder them wires up, put some terminal blocks on there. If there's room, that is. I might have to just use soldering electrical tape. But yeah, I'm going to do that and hopefully get this thing back together. And I will get back together, but okay. It's nice and clean in here now. Just been giving it a, you know, getting it with my brush everywhere it needs to be, just to make sure it works okay. Because it would appreciate that. It's got vents on the top, which you could do. Show the fan, because I've done it so the fan blows its air in. So the fan's blowing its cool air directly onto these heat sinks, which would take it up to the top vents, and it go around to all the transformer. Don't worry, this isn't live, it is in the socket that's switched off. So yeah, just got to do that and that's it. Surprise, so now it's done. Soldered, I've used electrical tape just for space, so it's been soldered. It's wrapped in electrical tape, it's only 12 volts DC, so I can't do anything, but now when you turn it on, that will do the hi-fi wonders. As long as the fan isn't blocked, because else it will burn itself out. And yeah, so let's get this thing back together now. Okay, so I've got the machine together and it's working. Everything's doing its job. All them buttons are working. Yes, that one's a bit. Yes, it's all working. Oh, the fan's going now, which is good. So yeah, that's it. I'm just going to show you it plugged in so you get a good idea of the sound quality as well. because you guys haven't heard the sound quality yet, and it's actually really good. Right, so I have to stare back, and the fan is pretty loud. However, I know that it's going to be what operating safer, and when you play music, it won't really bother me. Fan noise, and if I really don't want it on, I accidentally unplugged the adapter as before, you wouldn't have been able to do any of that. The dish tray has really deposited all this dust that has happened where I've been brushing it. It's all on the dish tray, so just very quickly, very gently get that all off the guides and all off the pulleys, because I was like, go back in there. I'd done that the first time I used it, the first time I opened the tray, noticed all that deposit, because I was just going to put a dish tray in there, but when I saw that, it was a no. So let's get you some music going on this. Okay, so the stereo is here, and the fan's running. Yes, it is loud. I am looking to get some components to make that fan adjustable so you can adjust the speed of it. That'll be in a further video though, to order some transistors and some panometers. However, for now, it's working. This Hifi, if it could talk right now, it would thank me, because when you feel here, it used to be radiating heat, and now you literally feel nothing. There's no heat coming out of that. All you feel for is heat, heat, heat. So let's play some music for it. Made by Sony as well.
Fill me out with your smile, while the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame.
Bass. If I put the bass on. There you go. I know it's got something like 50 watts RMS or something. I got told in the shop, however I do my own research on this stuff. The man in the shop did seem quite shifty. I just thought, yeah, I thought he tried selling me at 50 quid at first, and I was like, nah, this is fucked up, there's things wrong with it. So I reduced it down to that, because, you know, he probably thought, oh, I wouldn't be able to fix it, but easy. I know the circuitry for the 12-volt output was fucked, and if he was referring to that he's broken, then fair enough, it was truthfully broken. I tested on where the fan was plugged in on the motherboard. I tested that, as you saw earlier in the video, and there was 000 on the multimeter, so there was no voltage coming out of that. However, by using a separate 12-volt AC adapter, yeah, because if I would have left that, the components probably wouldn't have lasted as long. So yeah, that's it. Bye guys, let's turn off, see if I got us. Fan shuts down. It is cooler in there. It's not as hot as it used to be. So yeah, that's it. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and bye guys.